That shit was funny as hell. That was
Yo,
great.
Oh, yeah.
are live, people. Oh,
Okay.
it's the pregame. What's going on,
We are
everybody?
live.
Yes, sir.
We're
If you,
doing it live.
yo, if you don't see it, it's just because of the lag. I'm saying, but they're gonna be hearing us saying that. Um, that's the deal right now. And yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, but uh, on our graphics right now, I actually have a picture of the Master Chief. I did try to put it as my avatar. Unfortunately, I put it on the wrong avatar on Google. I fucking hate Google, yo.
Mhm.
Um, oh, I thought that was my computer real quick. I was like, hold
No,
on,
no, that was
what
mine.
is that very
That's mine.
magnetic voice right there? But
It was almost made me cut damn hold the computer, just break it down. Like, oh
yeah,
shit,
but
man, Lord have
I want to
mercy.
give a major shout out to Skint Eastwood because he actually drew this for me and O Snaps, aka Girls Can Game 22 on Twitter. He basically dedicated this picture to us in the podcast, and I really do appreciate it. He did a great job
Nice.
with Master Chief. Yeah, you guys checking that out?
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that is dope.
That's dope. That's real dope, man. That's cool. What
Yeah,
the
There's
community
a lot
did.
of artists in this community, isn't there?
dude,
Oh
I
hell
thought
yeah!
I saw that was a sketch earlier, like it was in pencil when he originally took a photo on Twitter, right?
Mm.
Yeah, that's inked.
Uh,
That's definitely
yeah,
inked.
now it's inked, right now.
I don't know. Well, that's the one I got in my DM. That was, I guess, the special edition. You know what I'm saying?
The
So,
X5
Gotcha,
edition.
gotcha.
yeah, yo,
Uh,
big shout out
Remastered.
to Skint, man. It's freaking amazing right there.
Yeah, that is really cool. That's really cool. And big shout out to the people that came in for the GRG game night. It wasn't as big as last week's, but I appreciate everybody that do come in and play. And I'm not a big online Gears like player like that, but man, I had so much fun.
Uh,
So
Yo,
I
it's
did. I
kind of
had a lot
funny.
of
We
fun.
we have a topic about Gears and online, so that just matches up absolutely perfectly, man.
Nice,
Hmm.
nice, nice.
Man, I wanted to make it, but I'm getting old, dude. I be going
I'm
to sleep
getting
before
old.
12 anymore.
Oh man. Well,
Yo,
I did this
That,
week. This week I was being old man mega, so I was going to bed early,
Me
man.
too, man. I don't know.
I couldn't do it.
Way early.
Work was over there grinding on me. Old man mega was. The old lady was like, "Oh, come to bed, Papa." I'm like, "I guess I am, Ma.
I
I'll
guess.
go lay down."
did she have a glass of milk for you?
Yeah, milk and graham crackers. So I was pretty
Nice.
excited.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's good to drink before you go to sleep? Boil a banana and then drink the water.
What?
Yeah, that shit'll make you sleep good.
Boil a banana.
And drink the water.
And drink the water.
What, man? Come on now.
I
I
thought you
know
were
it
gonna
sounds weird, but
say
it
boil the
works.
banana and eat the peel or something like that. I'm like, those don't
we,
go
we
together.
definitely have the most eccentric panel out of any gaming podcast, man. I have never heard of that shit before, yo.
Dude, I'm Puerto Rican. We will put banana on everything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
Oh,
straight up banana tea.
Frankie, all you got to do, man, is every Friday night. It's 10 o'clock Central. What time is it on the East Coast, Bot?
12 midnight.
11 p.m.
Is it?
Yeah.
11, and then Don. What time is it on the West Coast?
Pick a coast time, and then everyone else will figure it out. Just pick a coast time.
Well,
man.
I said. Well, okay, all right. Well,
But, like,
East
8
Coast is
8 p.m.?
11 or
I
whatever.
think it's like 8 p.m., man.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that on the West. But
Pick
anyway,
east or west, and then go off of that, and then everyone else will figure it out from there. We'll see who's
Oh,
the
okay,
best.
okay. You look, I always go Central Time, and everybody acts confused. What? Huh? What?
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Because no one knows that doesn't even
No,
exist.
people don't live central. It's only
Man,
the east and the west coast,
come on,
right?
man. Look. Hey,
No, only,
Central's the-
only
America
tornadoes live in
found
the
out that there's a
central.
lot of people in the Midwest and in the South. Look at
Yeah,
the president.
Oh, he went
He came out
there.
the woodwork.
He went there.
Anyway, no, but for real, it's no. All you got to do is to join. Is just come to K Mega 405's online and just hop into the party, and we're ready to roll. My man, Mankind 666 has been there the whole time, man. Everyone we've had. We've had 4. So big
Nice.
shout out to him, man.
All right, so yeah, I heard you got owned last night anyway. So
Oh no,
it's
no,
all
I
good.
was kicking some ass. We was kicking some ass.
Yeah.
We was making Don and Remix and them have some problems, and then
Oh
shit
yeah,
up.
one round.
No,
One round.
no, man, we was whooping their ass in team deathmatch. Then next thing you know, oh, let's go to King of the Hill. Let's go to King of the Hill. I love it when people that get their ass kicked in something that they normally talk up about, and then they want to change it up, and then we kick their ass in that, and then they made a really good comeback. But it got really close though. It was competitive as hell.
We flipped the script on you, but mostly because my TV wasn't on game mode, so that's when things started changing for me.
Is that what it was? Okay.
You was playing with your steering wheel again, Don?
Yeah, I was playing with my steering wheel again,
goodness.
and my TV wasn't in game mode.
He's lying. He had to put that steering wheel down because we was busting that ass, man. It was going in. So we had a lot of fun.
I'm like, what?
Well, guys, check this out. Pre-game's going pretty good and all that good stuff. We have Foospass back. I can't even speak today.
My trunk flu is gone.
Well, what happened is, as you haven't heard O Snaps yet,
Trunk
so
flu?
like I'm doing my best impersonation of O Snaps right now. But no, you guys ready to check out the intro?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Oh man, good to
I'm
have you
back,
back,
boy.
sir. All right, guess what? You're gonna have to say that again in a second because I'm having a little bit of a difficulty here. Hold on 1 second, guys.
Uh-oh.
It's all good. It's just gonna take an extra minute here.
There's so many clicking going on in the background
I
there.
know.
You hear it, right?
Yeah. Man,
God,
you shouldn't have all those sites up when we're doing the
this makes me
podcast.
so scared for next Friday, man, because I don't know what I'm going to do if things go bad.
You wing it.
Yeah,
You just wing it.
Just kind of go with the flow. Where the frig did I put that? Oh my goodness. I love life, man.
Wait for it, guys. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Okay, guys, while he's doing this, think
Yeah.
about this. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? And then put it in the comments. Let me know what
Oh
you think.
wow.
Yeah.
I just want to know why they crossed the road.
No, true.
I mean, life's mystery is solved on next podcast.
Oh, guess what? You guys ready to check out the intro?
Let's
I don't know,
do
Fusky.
it.
There we go, man. See, I had to get you to say it a second time since you missed last week. So here we go, yeah.
Yo, let's do it.
All right.
What's going on, people? Welcome to the next podcast, guys. I'm really excited for this Saturday's episode. There was a lot of stuff that went on throughout the week. A lot of talk about white paper, yellow paper, blue paper, whatever kind of paper. We had a supposed leak about Scorpio specs as well, and some kind of like game announcements. A game that was exclusive to PlayStation actually also being developed for the X1. Just a lot of really cool things to talk about this week. And you know, I'm gonna hit the ground running and go straight into the intros. And I gotta introduce that golden voice. It is good to have him back. We missed him last week, but the golden voice of the next podcast. Of course, I'm talking Fooskies.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Yeah, I'm so glad to be back. I don't want to go through that shit ever again. So, yeah, hopefully it stays away forever.
Nice. Sound like you took a trip to Mexico, drink the water, and that's pretty much what happened. And you couldn't.
Yeah, I was boiling Mexican bananas, and that wasn't a good idea.
See, there you go, man. All right, well, let's go next on the list, and he's coming live from the 405. He's just trying to talk to those intelligent gamers out there. My boy, K Mega.
What's happening? I'm not going to be drinking tonight. Going to take some time on my liver. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to be more subdued. I'm not going to be emotional mega. I'm going to just be the intelligent mega tonight. So get ready for that.
Nice, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear the smoothness, man, because I think you were racking up a streak when it came to what you drinking that Crown and you went
Well,
to tequila.
I drank that moonshine. There was some moonshine
yeah,
that,
I remember that.
and that shit had me twisted. It felt like I was drunk until Monday. So I was like, So let's put it down. Let's stop.
Let's screw that jar.
Yeah, let's put
that back on the shelf.
Yeah, because I've never experienced no shit like that before. So I'm like, no, son.
I got you, man. But it's definitely going to be an interesting show. I can't wait to hear what you think about the topics that we have on hand. But let's get to the next guy. You know, I call him the Don Father, man. He's the one who rocks that chinchilla. You know who I'm talking about when I say it's time to stand up, show that respect, kiss that ring. The Don.
Hey, what's up, guys? I now get weekly messages with people asking to kiss the ring because of bots. So thanks to the next podcast. Man, we have a smaller, a little more intimate crew here today. But our hearts go out to everyone that's part of the panel normally that couldn't make it this week. So
yeah,
I'm
definitely.
here. I'm here.
My goodness, guys, I didn't expect this. I thought I didn't think Newark was actually going to be on the show today. But let me hit the introduction. King Breakout himself in Halo 5, Newark, NJ.
What's going on, everybody? Just got finished turning up with my daughter at Chuck E. Cheese. Didn't think I was going to make it, but I had to hit 90 on the highway, so I made it. How everybody doing?
I can't complain, man. But Chuck E. Cheese, are you sure you didn't see K Mega there? Because I was trying to send him Chuck E. Cheese for talking all that Switch nonsense. You didn't see, like, maybe they had a picture of him or anything like that?
Nah, I ain't see him.
All right, I got you. Well, just to let you guys know, Snap's might actually come in a little bit later. She has had one hell of 3-4 days when it comes to the job. I have to give her a lot of props for what she does and how hard she works. And hopefully she'll be able to come in a little bit later. I believe she's on the road right now, picking up family members, and then hopefully she'll make it in for the podcast. But just wanted to throw that out there real quick. But
the cookie business is it's tough business, right?
It's grueling, man, to see what she goes through on a daily basis in managing this place. Dude, nothing but respect to her for everything that she does there. And I can see why this place is kind of like number one in terms of sales and stuff like that for this company, because she busts her ass, I swear. But enough about cookies. Let's get into gaming real quick. The first topic. I try to ease the topics in here. I want to talk about this PS4, something that's known as a PS4 exclusive, a game called Ace Combat, and it just recently came out that this game is now also being developed for X1. I'm actually kind of excited about that because with me growing up, me and my older brother, he was into flight simulations. I was playing Airwolf on the Nintendo. I was playing F-22 Interceptor on the Genesis. I was playing LHX on the Genesis. Just a bunch of air simulation, flight simulation games and stuff. So it kind of sparked my interest. But let me go down the line here. Let me start with the man with the grand entrance. Newark, did you hear about this Ace Combat also coming to X1? And what do you think? Do you like flight simulation games?
Yeah, the first Ace Combat I played, I think, was on the original PlayStation, but I had part 6 on the 360.
Nice. So, I mean, it was touted as like, PlayStation kind of touted it, Sony kind of touted it, and saying pretty much that it was going on PlayStation. So, Now that we know it's coming out on X1, is it something that you're actually thinking about picking up, dude?
Huge fan of Ace Combat. I actually thought it was multi-platform day one, but you know how Sony always, make it seem like stuff is exclusive. But as far as like down the line, I started thinking like as far as exclusive, they was talking about the VR part of the game.
Yeah, I got you. Can you imagine? Like, I know VR is experiences, and they can say games, but they're basically experiences. Can you imagine Flight Simulator in VR though? Like when you go flip upside down and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know it's
Ooh.
gonna be amazing. I know on the PSVR it's gonna be like 480p, but hopefully they still enjoy.
I got you, brother. Yo, Foos, what do you think about Ace Combat, man? Is it a game that you're into? Did you? I don't know. Did you see the stir it
Yeah,
kind of caused on social media as well?
yeah, I did. It was crazy because I thought it was exclusive, and then somebody put up an article saying that it was coming to X1 and PC. So I'm sitting there wondering, is this going to be another Play Anywhere title? And but I'm not really interested in it, honestly. I never really played any of the Ace Combat games. I think the last flight simulator I played was like Top Gun on the NES. So
Oh, I
not
remember that.
really.
I remember that shit right there.
That was the last one I played. I'm not really a big flight simulator guy, but I mean, if it comes out and it's tight, I'll try it out. I'll pick it up.
I got you, man. Well, yo, let's hit K Mega because K Mega plays all sorts of games. Yo, Mega, what do you think about Ace Combat, man? Did you think it was exclusive to Sony at first as well?
Yeah, I did. I mean, that was one of those games that, I was looking at Hellblade and Near as games that could potentially come to the Xbox, but not Ace Combat. That kind of threw me for a loop, and that's another game that's off the list of being exclusive. So, and I used to love Ace Combat, but I haven't played one in ages. The last time I played Ace Combat was on the PlayStation 2, maybe PlayStation 3. It's been that long.
Been a
So
while.
it's been a while. And so I mean, it's not like that I'm really that excited about it. I always used to play it just because of the graphics, because it was one of the more prettier games that you could ever see at that time. So but for right now, it's not on my radar for me copying it. But it's good for Microsoft and anybody that's interested and want to get it.
I got you. Yo, Mega, I just wanted to point out real quick while I'm talking to you. Do you notice the first gameplay that came on the show today, man?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking and seeing what my skills was, man. I was
Top of
just
the
yo,
ladder,
testing
dog.
it.
Top
Yeah,
of the
yes,
ladder.
yes,
Yo.
yes. I see that. Appreciate it.
No doubt,
It's,
man.
it's different when you bring it when you send it on time, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you pointed that out. I wasn't gonna point it out. I was just gonna move on. But
I knew you was thinking about it.
yeah, nah,
Yeah,
definitely,
but the
definitely
audience
appreciate
knows. The audience knows.
it. Everybody knows. Anyway, um, yo, Don, are you into flight simulators, man? What do you think about this Ace Combat? Because like when they first talked about this game, like everybody thought it was a Sony exclusive. That's the way it looked, and then all of a sudden it's like no PC and Xbox. People have been saying that even like Sony kind of tries to do, I guess you could call it a deal, but they kind of try to throw money as in talk about ours first or whatever. What do you think's going on there, man?
I think they had a piece of hardware. They had the PlayStation Experience, the brand. It was always been affiliated with PlayStation, and he thought it was a good showpiece to just kind of give to fans of the platform. But in general, I never thought once it was exclusive. It's just all in how they word things. And we talked about it last E3. So you got to watch how they say things, right? When it comes down to when products are released, when it comes to if the product really is exclusive, is there other words tied to the exclusive, like for example, timed or VR experience, all these sort of things, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's part of marketing. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. So that all makes sense. But I never once believed it was exclusive. And mostly due to the fact that UWP, what I keep hearing about UWP and kind of developing on one platform and it's being able to be carried over or ported over relatively easy.
Mm-hmm.
Even people that hate Microsoft love that attribute.
Are you talking like
And
developers, like that
yeah,
might?
developers.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
developers. So not anybody directly contacted to Ace Combat series or anything like that,
Yeah,
No,
no.
no juicy details there. But the reality is they're loving it, because it is a real solution to bring their software across multiple platforms. So even people that are really not big Microsoft fans, if they're loving it, that tells you a lot, right?
Yeah,
In regards to that, and so that's going to entice developers to develop on your platform, even if if they're fans of the other platform primarily. So it's just how it's going to work.
I got you, man. Well, you know, like I said, I grew up on flight simulators. Not for anything. I didn't even know if Ace Combats came out on the 360 or anything like that, because after a while I kind of grew my own taste for games, and I started going into I don't little game called Halo on the OG Xbox, stuff like that, and I kind of moved away from that. But like I always kind of like when you think of a multi-plat game, there's certain games like with Call of Duty that have, like, when Xbox had the marketing rights, even with Sony having the marketing rights now, everybody kind of still looks at it as Xbox, right? So I always looked at Ace Combat as PlayStation, and it looked like with the advertising it was going to be just PlayStation. So for all those flight simulators out there who own an Xbox, there is a game coming out for you, and I am very excited for that. Uh, let's move on to the next topic, though, because this is more like this. The topics are going to escalate here. This is what's going on. Let's talk about Gears 4, guys. We know it was the GRG game night game last night, and it seems that the social playlist now is doing crossplay, and with the crossplay, you don't necessarily have a choice. All right. Now, for people who don't know, crossplay means that people on a console can play the game multiplayer against people on a PC and vice versa, right? Um, I have a little bit of an issue with this because there is no option to say, well, yeah, I want to play against somebody who's on a PC, or yeah, I'll play against somebody on a PC, but only if they have a controller. Because mouse and keyboard is absolutely insane when you learn how to use them. So, let's start off with the man came Mega. Yo, Mega, what do you think about this crossplay being put into the social playlist for Gears 4 multiplayer, and kind of like not giving you the options that, like, I kind of thought you would get with crossplay?
Yeah, well, I enjoyed it. Now, look, after listening to what you and others were saying, that didn't like it, I was in agreement. But then after playing it last night, and they do give you an option, I think, because they asked you if you want to play quick match, and they were giving you the explanation that this is going to be a permanent thing, but they gave you that option for right now. But we played against some skilled players, but of course I'm not highly ranked. But for it's just kind of like if you jump into Halo and you play somebody that's 150 rank and you like 20, then of course you might get your ass worked. But I had my opportunities to kill the enemy. I mean, it's not like they had the jump on me. I mean, I'm looking at Tim, or what was his name? Tima? That's his name. Tim Doss, yes. He was blasting fools with that gauge with no prejudice. Like, he was letting fools have it. So, I don't, and then we did play against some people that could have been PC, or they could have been just regular Xbox players, but we won that match. So and then the next one where we played that little game where the guys were gold. What was that, Don?
I forget what it's called, but like, one's the leader. So basically, you have unlimited spawns for as long as your leader's alive, and then once you kill their leader, then you can wipe their team, sort of thing. I forget what it's called, though.
That sounds like
but it was pretty cool. But of course, we got smeared on that. But you never know. But I didn't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it per se. I think if as long as it's checked, of course that there's to be, people can mod and they can cheat, but I think Microsoft will look at that. I think just because somebody picks up a keyboard and mouse, I know that they have, they're a lot more accurate with that. But
That is a hardware advantage right
it
there.
is, but I don't know. I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't have a problem with it last night. So, I can see how somebody could get upset with it, but for me, I'm kind of like, hey, maybe if enough Xbox fans get upset about it, maybe they might change it to where it's controller only, or that they'll implement other the console gamers to implement keyboard and mouse as well.
Yeah, definitely. Here's the thing. We're all Xbox guys, but we won't just like absolutely swallow everything that comes down the pipeline. If we feel like there's something that's being done that we don't like, as individual gamers and even as smaller groups within the community, we will express ourselves. We will say it, say it out loud. We will let Xbox Phil Spencer, and everybody kind of know how we feel. Kind of, I don't think we like take it overboard. We don't start threatening people's like little dog or anything like that. But see, with this, I don't know. Yo, Mega, do you think that maybe you didn't really see it because it just kind of started, and maybe over time you might start seeing a problem that Xbox has to take care of after the fact. You see what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? The one problem that I think that a lot of PC people have with UWP or with games for Windows for games, I guess that games for Windows, whatever the hell that was called, it's because that there was a lot of restrictions, and I think PC guys don't like to have any type of restrictions. They want to, there's a lot of them that does cheat. There's a lot of them that wants to, mod every damn thing. But I do think that under that UWP that they might monitor things a little bit differently. But I don't see Microsoft just letting the floodgates open just because they want PC guys to, they want that revenue from PC guys. I think that they'll still hold them accountable for cheating. I really do. And I think if they don't, the Xbox crowd will say enough to where they'll make some changes.
Yeah, we'll definitely, like I said, we speak out loud, man. When
we
don't agree with something, we'll definitely say it. And we're not talking about killing anything or anything like that. But yo, Foos, what do you think about this whole crossplay with not getting the option to choose? Like, hey, no, I want to play against people that just have a controller instead of the whole mouse and keyboard thing. What do you think about that, man?
I'm with you on them having the advantage, but I guess with social, I kind of feel it's perfect. It gives them a chance to see how this is going to work out, and hopefully it'll kind of migrate to some other games that I'd like to play with some other people on PC. But at the same time, I do understand that they definitely have an advantage, and they should have something that you can tell them, like, I don't want to play with these people, or I'm okay with it. But at the same time, being that it's the social maps, like I said, or the social part of it, I think it'll be all right.
All right, so basically you're saying that this Gears 4, the social playlist, is kind of like an experiment where they're going to kind of look and see what happens, see kind of like what needs to be done for other titles and crossplay. Is that pretty much what you're saying, man?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, because I want to see it. I want to see it on more than just Gears of War. I mean, I want to see it happen between Xbox and PlayStation too. But
Oh, hell yeah.
until we know, until they know how it's going to work and if things are gonna work, I don't see any problem with them doing some experimenting here.
I got you, man. That's cool. Let's hit up the Don, man. Yo, Don, what do you think about this crossplay feature? Without features, basically. I mean, I know I would want to put kind of like stipulations in there. Like how Halo 5, when you go into multiplayer, you can pick like balanced, or you can pick like different sets in order to search for games in the lobby. I kind of wish they would do that with Gears right now. What do you think's going on here, man?
I think the issue is Gears is not doing as well on the PCs they hope it would with cross-buy.
Okay.
And that's the real reason why they're kind of pushing it. And Gears is my jam. That's that's what got me to be an Xbox guy, right? For some people it's Halo, some people have other titles. For me, it's been Gears.
Yeah, you called yourself a closet Gears guy at one point, man.
Yeah, I mean it's out of the closet now, and people know now, right? So, but yeah, I'm a huge Gears guy, and I'm a huge fan of the series and the franchise and everything about it. And the real advantages to PC, like you play it in your head, and man, it sounds like well, pardon my French, but it sounds like a shit show, combining the two together, right? Like it's just going to fall apart. But when they, my first reaction is very similar to other people that are very anti, cross-buy or cross-play between the two in a competitive setting, right? Until they did the experiment when they let a bunch of people in, and they were doing that trial phase. Even though I'm skeptical and I have my opinions, I'm going to try it, right? I'm going to inform my opinions from real life experiences. And honestly, that day I tried it, I have never won so many matches in my life.
Really?
In Gears.
Were you using the steering wheel?
No, I wasn't using the steering wheel, and I did have my TV on game mode this time.
Oh, okay.
But in full honesty, I'm like, I am just destroying people, and there's a bunch of new people that are, probably bought it on the PC. And no way to know. I mean, it's all guesswork.
That's another thing, man. You don't know as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could have been just that one day, and then, but every time I hopped on and played, I haven't had a bad experience yet with it. Matter of fact, Gears is as good as it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
And to be totally honest with you, so it's a really fine line to walk with trying to equalize the inputs between two different preferred platform and two different audiences. People that buy consoles prefer kind of a locked format, right? They prefer things that have structure. That's why they trust the platform. That's why they buy those products.
Exactly.
The PC guys, man, they don't like to be told to do anything. They feel like they're entitled to a lot. They're entitled to files that they shouldn't be. All sorts of different stuff, right? And there is potential for cheating, even with the safeguards that are in mind with the Microsoft Store and the way some of that software works, and all the stuff they have in place. I mean, there's always a potential for cheating in those situations, but it seems to be doing well, and and I can't argue with that fact. Now and it doesn't work personally myself in regards to that, but I mean, it's just one big experiment. And I'm kind of surprised it's working. I don't know why it's working though. That's where I'm really more curious about.
Gears is such a a game that takes so much skill that I don't think that whether they're on a controller or a mouse and keyboard is going to really matter for the most people.
What's weird is Cliff, good old Cliff Belinsky or whatever his last name is.
Cliffy B.
Cliffy B, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he was a big part of Gears, of the original 3 and all that sort of stuff. And I like to blame him for Judgment, even though he didn't have anything to do with it. But someone asked him when Gears 4 came out, and then it's obviously everyone's kind of watching what his opinion is, because it's a major version of the game that he's not involved in. And they asked him, so you're gonna be playing on PC or console? He's like, I forget what platform he said. I think it was PC, but with a controller.
Nice.
So even him, like, his new studio is all about PC and PC gaming. Even him, like, he prefers Gears on a controller, and that says a lot too. So
it was made with a controller in mind, and at first,
Well,
Absolutely.
yeah, definitely. Man, I'm getting like this little robot voice in here. I'm trying to track it down, man.
And another thing too is that a lot of PC gamers now, they primarily use the controller. Now I know that, like, for everybody, when they think of PC gamers, they think of Dota, League of Legends, all of that stuff. But there's a lot of games that you rather play on a controller than a mouse, because they got so many older games that you can play, especially now that there's more PlayStation 4 titles that's being implemented into Steam and things like that. So, I think, maybe the people that we were playing the other night, last night was probably playing with a controller. And you can kind of tell that because anybody that's playing with a mouse and keyboard and they were getting shellacked like that. Because I was killing fools like I knew what I was doing. So, it felt good. So I didn't have a problem with it.
Not for anything, but I think I still think they should have an option in there on picking like what you want to play against or what kind of player or even what hardware they're using, just for like you don't know. All right, so like this it's gonna cause like kind of like that kind of sewer talk in multiplayer and stuff like that, where like that motherfucker's got a mouse and keyboard, look at him, he's going fucking crazy, like and stuff like that. And I just think it needs to have more structure to it. They need to give the gamer more choices and then let it go from there. I think that's the way to have it grow, instead of putting it in nobody knows who is on what and stuff like that. I still gotta say I don't like the fact that they don't have that option in the game. Otherwise, like I'm down for crossplay, but let me know who I'm playing against. Let me decide who I want to play against. The Xbox One is about choices. You know what I'm saying? So to make a whole social thing, just strictly like have it all crossplay without any choices, that kind of rubs me the wrong way, man. And it's an individual opinion here, but I do think there's others out there.
What's crazy, we always talk about it's no big deal when you add choices, right? Or you add options, or you give more to the customer, right? As long as they're not forced. Mm-hmm. This is a situation where the player can feel forced because they are being forced. They're given something, but they're taking something away. Right?
Yeah.
And when you do that's a very fine line you can walk in. And if it doesn't go well, people will burn you at the stake, right? They don't care, at that point. And so that's a line that if you cross that, it's sometimes it's going to be a hard one to come back from. In regards to, I personally don't mind playing now that I've done it. But I can see how some people are maybe more casual Gears guys, right? They haven't been playing Gears since the beginning, and they want to hop into a match and then hop back out and then hop into a match again, a week later, right? And that kind of takes away from that, unfortunately.
I got you, man. Well, I don't know. I play social playlists on Halo 5 a lot. They got the Super Fiesta over there, and I do go in that quite often. It's actually Snap's kind of like favorite game mode on Halo 5. So I like going in there with her and having fun and stuff like that. But if if that happened on that Halo side of it, I'm not sure. Like I don't know. I see a hardware advantage and I don't like it. All right, that's like I said, that's me personally. But I don't think Newark chimed in on this. So King Breakout, man. What do you think about this whole crossplay on the whole social list on Gears, man?
I don't think it's a big deal because it's the social playlist. A lot of hardcore Gears of War fans, that would affect them if it has something to do with rank. But I don't. It's a social playlist, so I don't think I don't really think that's a big deal.
I got you, man. In the end, everybody's gonna have an opinion on this. I'm definitely gonna be interested to see what goes on Twitter and Xbox forums and stuff like that, like moving forward, because I think this is something that won't necessarily show itself in the beginning, but I think over time, I think there might be an issue, and I think Xbox is gonna have to come in and create a little more structure to this whole situation. That's what I think is going to happen personally.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Well, we're pretty much done with the crossplay. Let's get on to the next subject at hand. Let's talk about, I don't know, white paper document maybe? Why not, right?
You mean recycled paper documents?
White lines.
Well, Eurogamer came out with an article, and of course, Digital Fuckery came out with a video about this white paper. That's my name for them from now on.
No. There's something I'm gonna let you. I'm sorry to let you finish, but there's something that I'm reading right now that I have to address, and it's perfect for what we're about to talk about.
All right, awesome, man. But yeah,
can't make us. He's got notes.
No. This isn't no joke. I'm looking at it right now. This pisses me the fuck off. It's about to be emotional mega without me even drinking.
Oh, damn. Well, let me get through what we're talking about then. Yeah, white paper document came out 2 weeks after E3, and this is a paper that goes out to developers, in terms of developing games on this one would be the Scorpio. And a lot of people were trying to pick this thing apart and make the Scorpio sound weak and whatnot. And it's funny because some of the things that they put in there, they put up there that the embedded static RAM or ES RAM is gone in the Scorpio, and but they tell the developers that they still should optimize for the ES RAM, because they want the games to run on both the Xbox One S and the Xbox One. All right, so that doesn't really mean anything to me, but people are trying to say that made the thing sound like it was weak. Not only that, they talked about different kind of like upscaling methods. I know there was sparse rendering and stuff like that. And freaking social media just lit a blaze over this, and everybody was saying how the Scorpio is only slightly more powerful than the PS4 Pro, even though it does say 6 T-flops in this document. But let's hit up the Don, because with him being a developer and stuff. Did you get a chance to see what the white paper document had in store, what it was saying, and did you see what social media was talking about with it?
Yeah, I saw it from a third-party perspective. I have not seen the official document. Was it from January of last year when it came out? Right? Am I correct?
It was 2 weeks after.
It was July.
Yeah, it was July. Okay. Yeah. So it's July, right? The whole thing is kind of funny. Console development is really a minimum of 3 years of development, right? This paper comes out a year and a half before the console's out, so halfway through the development cycle of the console. Do people really understand that so many things change on the final product between now and then? I mean, a lot changes. They've probably just finalized their design early January. They know exactly what type of components they're doing. They know everything from the cache, the chip layout, what the chips are based off, what they're customizing, all that sort of stuff. I mean, that's all been done. I mean, that's the reason why Phil is playing on final development kits today. Between January of this year and when this document came out, nothing has been finalized. That was all part of developing the hardware and trying to hit a moving target, because that's kind of how technology goes, and you try to figure out what you can put into a box for a certain price point, right? Mm-hmm. You try to predict those things. So sometimes you may be hoping for one thing and you have to, water it down, and sometimes you have to go, you can double down on something. And so that's what blows my mind is people want, even in the Xbox community, Digital Foundry, all these people want to go off a document that's out of date. And I know for a fact that it's out of date document, right? Mm-hmm. There has been stuff been added. There's been stuff taken away from that white paper document that's there, because we're getting closer and closer to launch. And there's going to be stuff added to between what my people I know now and when E3, and between E3 and when it officially launches, right? So these are all things. Now, what's interesting is Digital Foundry wanted to use, I think they primarily used the level 2 cache and some of the rendering techniques that can be used in the system to try to prove or downplay the power of the hardware, right?
Yeah.
In any shape or form or factor. And try to say it's pretty much just like the PlayStation Pro. Now, I was going to give Digital Foundry the the benefit of the doubt when we had some arguments with what Digital Foundry's intentions are.
Mhm.
And I have to admit, Bot was right. They're really going to push their own agenda. You have somebody that doesn't even have 20/20 vision telling you how many pixels are on the screen or when something looks blurry, right? These are
Oh, you heard that.
and these are the same guys that try to use all these different rendering techniques to totally speculate something out of the blue exactly what CPU it has. Now, I have my predictions. So does Bot, so does New York, and I can be wrong. Just as much as anything. I gave people my reasons why I believe it's those things, and we'll see when time comes by, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if anything, the very last thing it's possibly is a Jaguar, and that's what they try to push with them talking about scaling up across multiple different CPUs in the document. Well, a Jaguar is pretty much what's in the Xbox One S, right? So kind of has to be something different than that. They could be referring to multiple CPUs in regards to the PC side of things. You got to keep in mind this document not just applies to Scorpio and doesn't just apply to standard Xbox, but also applies to PC as well. They talked about 4 times level 2 cache. That automatically eliminates the Jaguar.
Thank you. Thank
right
you.
off the bat.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's the reality. Now, do I think it's the same version of Ryzen, which is a CPU variant? Yes, and that could be. New York just asked me, not New York, but Fuski has asked me the question: is, you think they're going to have the same sort of cache? I said, I don't know. They might just lower the clock speed. I don't know what the basically the laptop variant of that CPU is going to have.
Yeah.
No one knows at this point. This could be it, right? So there's so many X factors into all this that just everyone slow down. If you want to argue about specs on a leaked document that's relevant to the time frame of where we're at in the development process of the console.
Nice, man. I don't know, yo, Foos, did you? Oh man, I got it again.
I'm hearing it.
You're hearing it now too?
Yep.
Where's that coming from? I don't know. What do you think about this, man? What do you think about this whole white paper document and how everybody went crazy trying to say that this was proof that the Scorpio is only a little bit more powerful than the PS4 Pro, even though 6 T-flops has been thrown around everywhere and such. What do you think about this, man?
Yeah, I think that's bullshit, dude. I mean, I'm not a tech person, but when they say 6 teraflops and the PlayStation 4 Pro is what, 4.2
Like
or
4.2.
Yeah, I mean, just right there, that it's more powerful. It's like double that shit. So it doesn't make sense that they can just get away with talking that. But all I care about is that they deliver what they promised us, and that is this Xbox Scorpio. The best the most powerful console ever. And
yeah,
if they do that, it doesn't really matter what's in it. I know what we would like to see in it and what we're predicting for ourselves, but I mean, as long as it does what it's supposed to do and they didn't lie to us and it's a 6 teraflop beast, I'm happy with it.
I got you, man. Yo, big shout out to Supersonic Station as well, because he's like, I say just wait until the console is revealed. Yo,
yes,
I understand that, man, but what happens is the hype train starts building the same year that new hardware comes out, and people want to know early. It's something that's been going on for a long time, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. I know, like, I want the unveiling before E3. I want to know earlier about the hardware. Yeah, exactly, man. So I understand what you're saying, and inevitably that's what we're doing. I mean, but people come out with information. It's always interesting to kind of look into it, even though what Eurogamer and DF, because I just don't want to swear that much. DF says about this is just absolutely asinine. But
well, the ammo I see the fanboys using is that it's showing that Xbox isn't going to have true 4K like
Oh,
they
there we
said.
go.
But they said in the beginning that it was up to the devs. It was ultimately up to the devs on whether or not it was going to be pushing 4K or if it's going to be pushing higher. What is it?
1080p. Oh yeah.
Well, just higher graphics all around.
Yeah, graphical
Textures.
fidelity, textures,
Right.
lighting, all that good stuff.
So I mean, people just they have nothing else to do but to hate
Foos,
Microsoft. That's all
Foos,
it is.
just to let you know, in the document itself, it says for the developers who don't want to use the power for the native resolution. All right, because it said a lot of developers are going to go in and they're going to improve the texture resolutions, lighting, all that good stuff. And for people who don't want to try to really hit that native 4K, that's what the sparse rendering and stuff like that was
Right.
for. And if you think about it, this is another thing I was thinking about, Foos, is it came out 2 weeks after E3. So in the developers world, the developers community, as they were getting close to kind of like the unveiling of the Pro, there had to be a lot of talk about the checkerboard upscaling and stuff like that, kind of like behind closed doors, away from the public, away from the gamers, the developers talking about this. So Microsoft is like, if this is what you guys like, we have options for that. Not only that,
Well,
go ahead.
what's funny is most developers don't even like the checkerboard rendering because it does add to the development time of things. So these might be solutions, and we don't know for a fact or anything like that, but these may be alternative solutions that are a little bit easier for the developers to do what they want. They also got to keep in mind is this console also has got to be able to port things too,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So rewriting code, or if they use a particular technique on one, it needs to be able to port easily to their console. Easier you make it, the more time the developers got to add some of that spice to their game and utilize the power of that particular hardware. So I mean, there's multiple facets to building hardware. People just don't understand that. If they didn't have these techniques on this new console, regardless of how much horsepower, me as a customer would be a little frustrated with Microsoft. You have to have these techniques in place, and you have to kind of push that forward.
See, Don, I never thought about it as a solution because you said checkerboard rendering actually takes more time. So if it is a solution, like I said, with the developers talking, the 4K is coming out, or the Pro was coming out, and Microsoft could have had their ear to the developers community. And it's like, damn, well, we'll put this out and show them that we have different options. That might be easier, that might be quicker than the standard checkerboard rendering. Man, I never thought about that.
Make the developers happy because they're the ones that are making their game. They know exactly what they need to have their game run the best. So let them do it. And Microsoft's doing that.
Yeah, on that same note, they said this is the We Heard You console. That statement was for the gamer, the end user, and the developer. That's a 2-for-1 statement there. So these sort of techniques, they don't just put them in just because they feel like it'd be fun, right? They put them in because I guarantee these were requested by certain development teams, and probably pretty high up development teams at that, to be honest with you.
Right. That was what I was going to say is basically, if you think about the issues that was going on with the Xbox One in the beginning, they wanted to access that extra power that the Kinect was holding on to. They wanted to, they were having a lot of issues. So this would make perfect sense because they are listening to the developers.
So, Newark, what do you think about this whole white paper document situation and kind of like what the fire that was started on social media about this whole thing, man?
Well, first of all, number one thing, no compromises. Number two, if I was watching it and then they lost me when they mentioned Jaguar. If these was the spec, this console would have been out this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They Phil already said they're using the latest and greatest from AMD, so that's out the window to me anyway. And You got the PS fanboys laughing because of the term sparse rendering. With them specs alone on that paper, it mops the floor with the PS4 Pro already. So, you know, I don't understand, man. They sit up there and talk and laugh about the sparse rendering where I feel like that the native 4K will be reached, but if the developers decide they don't want to use the resources for the resolution,
You're gonna
there's a
put it
way,
somewhere
or
else.
easy, yeah, there's a way, you know, instead of us getting like 1440p or 1080p with like, you know, or ultra everything, there's an easier way to still get it to look 4K if they don't want to focus all the resources on 4K
Yeah,
while maxing out everything else.
no doubt. Yo, and Newark, yo, some people have actually run with the whole GPU thing because in the video they said that they're at least using Polaris, and they said at least using, like, the bottom of the line is that they'll be using Polaris or higher. And a lot of people kind of, did you see them like run with it? It's like, yo, using Polaris, just like the Pro, yo, they're using the Polaris. You see that? They're using the Polaris.
Yeah, they ran with it like the sparse, you know, the sparse rendering. They ran with it like that's exactly what's going to be in the console. I'm telling you right now, like everything on that paper, I'll say the RAM, probably the 12 gigs will probably be, you know, but now you got some more documents that's supposed to have came out with 7 10. Like it's so much Mr. X Media stuff going on, right? Like I just cannot wait for the reveal, man. I try to stay away from it now because I remember back then when the Mr. X Media, I used to be on the journal every day, reading the new updates, and it sounded good, but
Yeah.
you know most of it wasn't true, and it's starting all over again.
Yeah, I got you, man.
The only document that matters to me is that Twitter tweet that Aaron Greenberg put out saying that the first console with true 4K. Can't go back on that. I mean, come on.
Yeah, man, the Scorpio gonna be
You
all right,
know,
man.
you
I
know
think
why
it's
you
gonna
said
blow
that,
everybody away.
because in early January, the console was done. The prototypes are done.
Yeah.
They've decided the specs. They're finalized, right? So he knows what it can do,
Mhm.
right? I mean, let's try to understand sparse rendering just for a little bit, but let me put it in like slightly different perspective so people can kind of relate. So let's say a full 3D scene. Let's take Gears, for example, right? People always want to say the word 4K textures. Putting 4K textures on every single model in that scene makes absolutely zero sense, right? Because it's all about perspective of the camera and where you're at, right, in that environment. So, for example, a little bit of a railing, right? Doing 4K texture on a railing that you'll never be able to get close enough, say in a scene, doesn't make any sense.
I get
That's a
what you're
waste
coming.
of resource. Yeah, so you want to optimize that where it looks the best, right, that it possibly can be, but you're not wasting resources, right? And so in the case of, say, the texture for a ground, depending on the perspective of the game, sometimes you have it bumped up really high or not, but you also got to keep in mind that texture surface stretches over a larger area. So that's an area where you may implement a higher resolution texture, a really good place to utilize tiled resources, things like that, right? So, and then, say, so little tiny objects you never get close to, putting 4K textures on it doesn't make any sense. So, but by the same logic of these people who want to make these arguments, they're trying to say, a game's not 4K unless it has all 4K textures or all this or all that. A game's never going to have that. And if a developer does that, that's nonsense. That's a complete waste of power. And they're actually making their game not look as good as it possibly can. You want to utilize that power where it makes sense and where it makes a difference.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, Mega, you said you had something along these lines, man. What do you got for us, yo?
Well, basically, I just wanted to say before I get into what's got me triggered right now is all I care about is if when Microsoft come with their exclusive titles that they are 4K, 30, 60 frames per second. Max them out. Show what you can do, because we all know that when those certain Japanese titles come, they're not going to push those games to be 4K. The fanboys that hate Microsoft will brag and say, "Oh, Xbox can't push that," when we all know better. It's just like with COD. COD will look better, it will run better on the Scorpio, but I don't see them being, while Sony is paying them money, it's going to have COD pushing at 4K, and and it's going to look like what 1080p on the PlayStation Pro. It's just not going to be that way. But what I'm looking at, all I care about, like I said, is just the fact that, because I'm not all into the whole tech stuff, I just want them to keep their word and say that these exclusive games are going to be 4K. And I'm not talking about indie titles like the Pro did. We're talking about the big boys that's going to be coming. So that's all I got to say on that. Now this shit right here, this is what's disgusts me. See, everybody talks about that there is no biased media. I'm looking at an article right now, and it says, "Is the Xbox One irrelevant?" And it's saying,
what?
Listen, these days it seems like gamers everywhere are either talking about the PlayStation 4 and its great games lineup, or the Nintendo Switch and how it's going to pull Nintendo out of the dark age of the Wii U era. Both these systems are dominating game-related headlines and are definitely occupying that very important top spot in everybody's minds in these gaming circles. So I'm kind of like, what the hell are you talking about? I mean, it was like one of the top things just a couple of weeks ago about the whole Scalebound thing. Who was that related to? Xbox. Scorpio has been on everybody's mind from the day that it was announced. How is it that the Xbox is irrelevant? This type of fuckery right here is the reason why we talk about how the media is a bunch of assholes. This isn't real media. This is alternative facts. Why is the fanboys getting so triggered about the Scorpio and wondering about the specs? Because they know that the most powerful console is on its way and it's going to shit on the PlayStation 4. If the PlayStation 4 was so important, was so great, why are some of you asshats talking about the PlayStation 5? Answer that question.
55 million active users on Xbox Live.
Exactly. The whole everybody.
What was that number again?
55.
55 million.
Yeah, 50.
So that's more than PlayStation 4 has in the market.
Exactly.
Or around. So that means that's 55 million possible customers that buys their software.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, see, check this out though. There was this one guy, I can't pronounce his name. He's on Twitter a lot. He's a pro Sony guy, but he was saying, "Oh, that's just only basically saying because there's free Xbox Live users as well." Dumbass, understand this logic. Most people that get Xbox Live don't just deal with the silver. They go ahead and get the gold because they get a lot. There's a lot more that they can get from the gold than they can from
Mega.
Not playing. Well, hold on. Let me make this last point. Also, PlayStation people, they don't. You know what? I love you guys to death because we're all gamers. But the truth is that most of the people that play online on the PlayStation, they don't talk on their mics. They don't use all those social aspects like that. That's why PlayStation can get away, or Sony can get away with having their shitty ass online, because they don't primarily play online like we do, like the Xbox gamers do or the PC gamers do. That's a fact.
No doubt, yo.
Fucking fact.
Dude, well, first of all, when he said free, I think he was talking about the PC guys. He was trying to rub it in that the PC guys get Xbox Live for free. And when you first talked about this article, whoever wrote this article did cover their ass, because the first thing that they said was that the PlayStation and the Switch are in the headlines. All right, and that's and you hit the nail right on the head there. Yeah, they're putting those two in the headlines. We're also talking about a bunch of Scorpio stuff, but they're saying in the headlines, and they're basically stating that they are in fact biased. They're like, yeah, they're in our headlines. That's where we're putting them right now, and stuff like that. And it's
but reverse psychology.
Yo,
right.
It is fucking crazy. Like
it's sick. I mean, Digital Foundry, go ahead and talk up about a white paper like this was espionage, like this is some spy versus spy shit. We found this paper and
Russia leaked it.
yeah, we leaked it. What the hell? This shit is a year old. This is old news. I mean, the real fact of it is that thank you, Sony, for jumping the gun and letting Microsoft see that checkerboarding shit was not going to fly, because people didn't even buy the Pro like people was expecting them to. And like Don said, developers are not too fond of this checkerboarding thing, so they scrapped that old piece of paper and they went ahead and they did their homework, and they're saying, look, we're going to just go all out. Look, developers are not going to put their necks out for a system, and they're not like, like it's like turn 10 or something like that. We're talking about people like that Howard guy that from Bethesda. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna. He's what's his name, Todd Howard or whatever. He doesn't work for Microsoft, and he's on the damn. He's out there advertising the damn thing. Why people don't understand this? There's developers that's putting their necks out and saying this thing is the real deal.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
No doubt, man. They had a freaking an all-star cast when they at E3. You had Todd Howard, the dude from EA, everybody just putting it out there that this thing is a monster. And of course, like, until it comes out in the holidays, and then of course even after that, people are gonna try to pick this thing apart. People are gonna look for just any little thing to kind of discredit it. It's something that this generation, it's been absolutely rampant. Last generation, I've seen it as well. Maybe not the OG Xbox, because the OG Xbox, they're just like, oh, that's just a new kid on the block. Like, they didn't even really worry about it too much. But it's crazy. And then with this, after this white paper document, another supposed spec leak came out, and I was you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, go ahead.
This supposed spec leak, and let me share some of the specs with you guys about this. Supposedly from what they said here, it was supposed to have 12 gigabytes of GDDR5X memory with 1 gigabyte of DDR3. All right, with that 1 gigabyte DDR3 for like the suspend feature, apps, and stuff like that. A custom Ryzen CPU and a Vega GPU at about 6.3 teraflops. And by the time they were done putting all the like clocks in and all that good stuff, they said that this thing was 7 T-flops. I'll let you guys know right now. I believed it was absolutely fake to begin with the GDDR5X. At first, I thought it was going to be GDDR5X in the Scorpio. When me, Don, and Mega first were talking about it, I think you could take that X off right there. It's GDDR5 that's going to be in the thing. But yo, did anybody fall for this thing? Nope. Newark, what did you think when you saw this leak, man?
Well, I read it at I had to do the Google Translate, and it's from the same circle of people, who of the secret sauce. So you are like, it might be the boy who cried wolf situation, but whatever. I'm waiting for the reveal within 3 months from now.
See, even when it came out, I thought it was interesting at first, because I did say I believe that the Scorpio is actually going to be over 6 T-flops. I believe that that is the minimal that they're talking about. All right. Of course, I have gone kind of like on record talking about CPU, GPU. I believe, Ryzen, Vega, and stuff like that. But like I said, the first thing that struck me was the memory. And when I saw that X on the end of GDDR5, I was like, all right, this is absolutely skeptical. And come to find out, like Newark said, it's the secret sauce crew. Yo, Foos, what did you think when you saw this, man?
Yeah, I didn't really look at it too much. I kind of took it with a grain of salt. I'm with Newark, man. I want to hear what Microsoft has to say.
Thank you.
I'm done with hearing. I mean, even with that document, it did sound good, but at the same time, I was I kind of brushed it off.
Like there's
I think-
Not trying to hear
there's
it.
parts that sound interesting. What was it 950 megahertz? Um, there was interesting things in there, but all in all, like there was a big red flag to me. What were you about to say, Newark?
Sapsky said something. He posted earlier in the comment section that Phil Spencer tweeted something like, "Don't pre-order the console until you see the games running," which shows how much confidence he have in it.
Holy
So
I didn't see
if
that
he could
tweet.
post, if he could post exactly what he posted before in the
Wow.
comment section.
Sobs, good job watching that Twitter feed there, man. I don't know, yo, Mega, what did you think about this when you first saw it, man? Did you think it was credible at first and then like maybe not afterwards, or like what did you think when you saw this supposed leak?
Oh yeah, I am a part of the secret sauce crew. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying. I am a part of the secret sauce crew. That's because I've said it before. But when I first seen it, I was like, "Oh snap! This sounds hot." Because like I said, I don't know the difference between a teraflop or a pterodactyl. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen either fucking one. So therefore, I'm like, hey, it's all good. It sounds amazing. Everybody else is hyped about it. So I'm like, oh, cool. And then I bring it up and I ask, and Bot can be my witness because I said, hey, man, look at these specs. Is this true? And then immediately it got debunked. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's cool. Yeah. So I was like, I'm about to make a video, about to start clowning. But see, that's the reason why you don't hear me in my videos talk about tech that much, because I'm not all into that. I just want to see what the damn thing is going to do.
A couple of big YouTubers made videos about that.
Yeah, see, and I don't see why, because even, as much as, Xbox gets a lot of flack and, from the white paper, but also there's Xbox people that like overblow shit and then makes Xbox looks bad.
Hold on, Mega, I just want to say something right now. I just saw this. Yo, big shout out to the 100 people watching right now.
Shit.
Guys. Thank you so much.
And hit that like. Yes. Or that dislike. Doesn't matter.
Yo, that century mark. I can interrupt K Mega for that century mark. Yo, at the 100, I can stop him. He will stop and I can say it. But yo, go ahead, Mega. What were you saying?
Well, no, only thing I was going to say lastly was that, listen, I know that like my boy Next Gen and he goes hard on wanting Phil to be absolutely aggressive and he talks about Don Matrick, that nobody cares about that asshole.
Yeah.
The fact of it
not
is
even Zynga. I'm just saying.
Yeah, nobody. And the fact of it is that Phil Spencer has not, or any of the Xbox staff has not came out and been so public about anything this generation, except for the Scorpio. Obviously, that should tell you something. When the whole white people came out, it was Phil that came out and said, that shit ain't right, partner. No. Just wait, calm down. Don't get all excited. Just wait to what we can show you. That's pretty much what he said. So now if this...
You wait for Digital Foundry to hang themselves, and then he said it, though, first.
Right. And I love that. See, now since Killer Phil, a.k.a. Killer Phil, is coming into his own, and this is his baby, he's going to represent it to the fullest. And I think we will see a more aggressive Xbox. We'll see a more aggressive Phil Spencer and the rest of the staff to come out and express the hard work and stuff that they've done with this system and show you, hey, look, we are legit and we're here to stay. Nobody's going to...
I bet you the advertisement be insane for that console.
Oh, everything is going to... I think for the games, everything. I think they have waited for this moment to come out and to blow everybody's minds away. I understand that some people say don't have all these crazy expectations. No, I am having these heavy expectations because this is what they have done. This, all the PlayStation fanboys get excited for every show and everything like that. And there's nothing wrong with them getting happy and excited for what PlayStation shows. Damn it, it's our turn. It's our time to get excited. And I've got
guys,
expectations. Let's go.
Let's go. Yo, guys, not for anything, but what Saab said about Twitter, and shout out to Sabsky, man. He is one of those hardcore supporters of the next podcast. Yo, dude, if you can, tag me in that tweet if you could find it again or whatever, because I really want to see that. I trust his word. I trust Sopsy's word wholeheartedly. Yo, the whole don't pre-order the system until you see the games. That's a mic drop moment right there,
That's
don't you?
sick.
That's showing some balls right there.
Well, that's almost kind of a hint too that they may show the hardware before the software.
Oh, I have no doubt that they're going to do that. Remember, they have learned so much from 2013 and what to do and what not to do. It would show what this thing can do early and then blow us away with the games at E3. It's perfect. Perfect.
Nice. I mean, all in all, like that one thing Sopsky said just kind of seals the deal. It puts the certification stamp on this whole thing. I've been hearing for I don't know how long now that the Xbox division, the people that work in the Xbox division, are so confident about this piece of hardware, about the Scorpio, whatever they're gonna call it when it is unveiled, that like I can't argue with it. You're gonna see a lot of shit come out.
I want it now.
I want it now.
I want it now. Come on, I'm so excited, man. Let's go.
Oh, hold on. Shout out to Alan Roberts. Yo, Alan, really? The Don over my gameplay? Come on, my gameplay had. If you saw it, it was laced in with the didact from Halo 4. Yo, dude.
Shit.
Hey, man.
Did you see my gameplay? Freaking Resident Evil 7 put the video in and the Ghostbusters came up?
I'm giving it to Newark. I was slacking because I had to work. So, you know what I'm saying? So, but hey, I should get some props for showing the old Kung Fu game. You know what I'm saying? That should get some props for that because that game was dope. That's a fun little game, man.
Mega, nobody ODs off nostalgia like you, man. I'm just saying.
That's a dope ass game. Look, man, the whole man. Come on, man. Like they show enough in that game is the main boss. That man.
I'll give you that.
It's a dope ass game, man.
Yeah. K Mega gonna have Black Tiger in his gameplay when that shit come out.
Y'all, let's go.
All right, guys. Well, let's kind of bring it back a little bit. A game released recently. Over this past week, a game called Resident Evil. I just want to know on the panel, did anybody pick up this game yet? Really, that many people. It's all right, man. That was a fork in the road, man. I was either gonna go left or right, depending on what you guys said. A lot of people are talking some really good things about this game, and I just wanted to go, down the list here. Since nobody actually picked it up day one and nobody has it now, I want to know why. So let's hit Foos first. First, why don't you have Resident Evil yet, man?
Man, I'm gonna give it some time. It looks awesome, honestly. Yeah, to see Resident Evil in first person just kind of makes me want to get it. But at the same time, being that it's a single player game, I can wait on that,
That's a good point. Single players,
I definitely want the game, no doubt. But I'm gonna put it off for a little bit, and I'll pick it up later.
I got you, man. I don't know, Don. Why don't you have Resident Evil? Are you into like horror video games and stuff like that, man?
Yeah, I'm not into spooky games. I don't do the spooky games, man. That ain't my thing.
Because the lights be flickering in his house 24/7.
Yeah, that's already flickering as it is, and then I have the HyperX's on, and you know how good the sound is on those. Yeah, I can't play that stuff, man. That gives me the heebie-jeebies. I can't do that. But what's interesting is Resident Evil is taking like a totally different turn. Doing something as radical as changing the perspective, really can go two different ways. Either people are just going to be pissed, or it could be the refresh that the series needs. And this looks like this is ending up to be the refresh the series needs. And everyone that's Yeah, everyone that seems to be into it, man, they seem to be really, really into it. So, these sort of situations are always something of interest for me because of what I do.
Mhm.
And I always want to see how people react to changes like that. Sometimes like people are just all for it, and then sometimes for no good reason at all, they want Halo with no run button, right? So you know what I mean, it goes all over the place, but I'm happy to see that gamers are accepting change, and the change has been a good thing for the series. So I'm excited for the gamer themselves, to be honest with you.
Nice. Now, when it comes to Resident Evil, when I first saw this, I looked at it and it didn't look Resident Evil to me. Now, I'm a big fan of the first three Resident Evils. That's where I really kind of really got into those games. And with those games, it was horror, but it had a sci-fi element to it. And I've been watching like certain like sporadic gameplays. I won't go like down the storyline because in case I do pick this up in the future, I want to be surprised by certain things and stuff like that. I haven't seen a sci-fi element to it the way the first few Resident Evils had. Yo, Mega, do you see what I'm saying? Have you watched any of like the walkthroughs or anything on this?
No, I looked at it and look how I feel after playing Silent Hill and going through that torture. All scary games get the send that shit to Hades. I can't fuck with it, right? So like, but this looks really awesome. It's got a Chainsaw Massacre feel to it.
Yes, it does.
And that was like, okay, all right, but then I still reserve because I'm tired of seeing Resident Evil. I'm tired of seeing it. Even though this looks awesome, I'm just going to wait till it's cheaper. I heard that it's only maybe like 12 hours long at the max. So I'm going to wait till the price drops
Did you
because I'm
play
actually looking for
the
Honor
beginning hour?
Ghost. No, I haven't played anything of it. I've just watched gameplay, and it looks beautiful.
No.
It looks scary as shit, which it kind of makes me want to get back into the scary game again, but I don't know, man. So
well,
I'm
we're
still
going with what Bot said about if it feels Resident Evil-ish still.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely does. It's got those, puzzles, like if you go up to something and it says, "Oh, it looks like something will fit here." It has that still to it. It was fun. I played a little bit of it yesterday just to get some gameplay, and I had a blast. And it's not very long. It's just a short little, introduction to what the game's going to be, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely I want to play it. I've the Evil Within and everything else that's been in between. I've kind of like it looks interesting, especially like Alien Isolation. I wanted to, but then I remembered Silent Hill, and I said, you know what, I can't do
I
it.
picked
So
up Isolation for like $10, man.
How did you like it?
I didn't beat it yet. Like it's a single player game. I could go back to it, but
It's too creepy, huh?
nah, man. I
Nah,
got a
not
house.
really.
I got a house
Really?
with 3 kids. My house is crazy. Like it's hard actually. It's hard to actually play a single player game in my house. Yeah, to be very honest with you, my 13-year-old will come busting in through the door and he'll be like, "Yo, guess what, Dad? Overwatch. This. All about Overwatch." And he sees I'm playing a game. Like that'll happen constantly here.
His 13-year-old is the Kool-Aid man.
Oh man, that's crazy. But no, I will say this: I love scary movies because Homeboy busted out, talked about Hellraiser. I love scary movies, but for some reason, scary games. I don't know, but I do want to play this. I just going to wait till the price drops because there's still too many games that I want to. Well, I've had to buy the Tekken collector's edition, and so I got hit up by the about me spending too much money on that. So,
But Xbox ain't got no games. What you spending money on?
Let them tell it. Let them tell it. I got to buy me a new hard drive because I'm already my 4 terabyte is already full.
Nice.
I don't know. Yo, Newark, did you chime in on Resident Evil?
Nah, but I actually watched a 17-minute video from IGN, and I might offend some people, but visually, like the foliage and stuff, I think visually, like it's like the best I've ever seen. I thought it was CGI at first, and then they show a scene with a guy walking up to the gate, but then somebody's actually controlling this, and I'm like, holy shit, you know what I mean? The graphics was insane,
Yeah.
but it was like the gore, the vibe is insane. Just from that trailer alone, when the lady tried to stab you and you grab the blade, like and it's just I like games that that make you feel
It
like it's
immerses you.
disgusting.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
yeah. It definitely
And it
is.
just the gore looked too real. Like I'm interested in it, but I don't know. Like paying $60 for like a short game, and then plus I got a huge backlog, so I'm definitely gonna get it. But it's like not something that I'm dying to get right away.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Gizmo in the chat. He just he tagged me saying that it's been officially confirmed that Xbox is not using Jaguar. Yo, Gizmo, if you're following me on Twitter or anything like that, yo, if you could just throw me a link, man. Just throw me a link.
I just sent you the article already.
Oh, you did?
See that?
Yeah, it's in the.
I'm telling you
DM.
guys that this is now where we're going to start seeing the killer feel. We're going to see it. We're going to see their aggression come out, and the old school Xbox from the 360 era is now truly begun. Just think about it. They had to appease us because there were so many people that left the Xbox One for dead after what Matrix said and did. The media started it. Well, Matrix started it. Xbox made all types of bad mistakes in 2013, but
He
then the
did that
media,
shit on purpose.
yeah, and then the media kicked it in, and then here comes everybody else: PC, PlayStation, hell, even Nintendo people going out and jumping on Xbox's ass for what happened, and so they had to appease the gamer and have the old Xbox brethren come back because there were so many people that left, so they had to be nice.
Yo. All right, yo, this is basically Phil Spencer said, I'm reading the article right now. We looked at doing hold on, which is at the end.
Take your time, calm down.
Yeah, this is crazy. Hold on.
It's
gonna be all right.
You can do it.
Hold on.
Exactly
About
when
2.5
you excited and you can't get stuff out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about 2.5 years ago, we started to look at a hardware refresh that we might want to do, which in the end led to the Xbox One S and Scorpio in terms of designs. We looked at doing something that was higher performance this year, and I'd say the PS4 Pro is about what we thought. All right, with the GPU, CPU, memory that was here this year. That you could go do. And we decided that we wanted to do something different. So we looked at Scorpio and 4K. All right, so that says right there, like they had it in mind about doing something like a PS4 Pro in terms of the GPU, CPU, memory, all that good stuff. But then they decided they wanted to do something different and go true 4K. Yo, you
Didn't
guys.
I just say that? I said if them specs was real on that white paper, that console would have been out this year. It would have been out last year, 2016.
And
Well,
it
Microsoft
makes,
did
and it
something
makes
good
so
this
much
time.
sense. Yeah, and it makes
You know,
so much. Go ahead.
They usually don't. They're usually not out last. They usually say what they're gonna do first, and then that gives everybody time to bite or do. They got the upper hand this time, and now they got to
They
see
playing
what the pro
chess.
is doing exactly.
They're
And they
learning.
checkmating.
They've learned. They've seen how PlayStation has how Yoshida and them has smiled in their face, shook hands. They learned all the way from 2013 when the whole DRM thing came about. When they were all both supposed to go all digital. They wanted to take care of the developer. And then PlayStation says, "We got your ass." They stabbed him right dead in the back. I don't understand why gamers appreciate that shit. And let me make this last point. A lot of people say they're disappointed with this generation, right? A lot of people.
Yeah.
Who's the console leader of this disappointing generation?
Oh shit.
I mean, just think about that. Just put that in perspective. If things were different, wouldn't a lot of people be saying, well, you know what, Xbox is selling 55 million consoles, but we're still disappointed. We still feel that there needs to be more. There's games we get all these remasters and rehashes, and there's still not enough exclusives. Xbox is now going to take the reins back. Because gamers,
gaming great again.
they're going to make gaming great again. The Trump box is here. No, let me stop that. It's about to get real now. Xbox had to take their time to get their feet to get the ground under their feet, because they were knocked the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, with the change of I've said this before. With the change of management and everything. I bet you it was true that there was some people that was thinking that maybe want to sell off the Xbox division because it was in such a bad state at that time. But Killer Phil and the rest of the team out there, kudos to you guys for believing in yourselves and believing in us gamers that we still believe that this product can be awesome again. Mm-hmm. And let's go. Let's go. God damn it. Let's go. Oh,
guys,
so
let's do it.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
So that quote that Xbox just read, that was a statement from Phil Spencer on October 5th of last year. What? So he's put the stake in the ground back then. That's how old this article is. And people just forget so quickly when this stuff is said, because you have bias, you have people that hate one console versus another, and they just want to basically tear it down. But that is a statement back in October 5th of 2016.
That's crazy. And it's funny because this is a GameSpot article, and we all know about the gaming media and stuff like that. But when Phil comes over there and gives them, direct access to him, like, man, they'll put that shit up in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was amazing. Yo, good job, Phil, for bringing that stuff out. I just tweeted it. I put wow, and then I tweeted the article link out there. Definitely, I just quickly ran through it, but man, there's some shit in there, and
they're listening to us, Bob. They're listening to us because remember on BGST, we were and on the multiplayer. Me and Next Gen was going at it. It was like, man, I want to hear more. Just confirm it. Just let us know. And I was like, man, let what Phil and them do. Just wait and see what they do. If they're gonna let it out, they'll let it out. If they're gonna have the games, if they want to wait and reveal the Xbox Scorpio, let them do it. Fuck all the white noise. Let them do what they have to do. Well, you know what? Like I said, the confidence that they're doing. So they're listening. They're like, okay, we're going to debunk all of this trash. There's the diehard Xbox fans that want to know the facts, and we're going to address it. So kudos, man. They're listening.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Good job on that article dropping like that. Yo, not for anything, I do have one more topic here to go through.
This Kung Fu game is fire.
Yeah. Anyway,
better than Tekken, it looks like.
Hey.
I thought they were the same with all the choppy animation.
That's a game. I thought those were like the marionettes, like, and people were just using marionettes and acting out a fight. Man, my bad.
It's the old Xbox, the old OG Xbox game, but it's like kind of like a part 2 because they added a whole bunch of other characters to it. So it's a fun.
Looks like it's on iOS.
It's a cool game, man. It's an older game, but it's a cool game, man. It's really fun.
I just like how
if you look real close, you can see the black tiger in the background.
Oh, that's all right, man. That's all right. My gameplay's gonna shit on all you fools next week.
Oh goodness! Mm-hmm. But yo, check this out, guys. One of the senior managers at EA, actually, his name's Daniel. I think it's Lingen. I can't pronounce his last. Lingen. Anyway, tweeted out one little tweet, and it was a little hashtag, and it got me excited. It was hashtag Skate4. So unless this dude is just trying to troll the entire Twitter community, it looks like there is a Skate4 in development right now at EA. I don't know. Yo, K-Mega, what do you think about that? Are you a Skate fan, dude? Are you excited?
Send that shit to me.
Oh, no, for real? For real?
Man, Skate or Die was the last skate game that I was into. That
Oh, you missed some good skate games.
I love snowboarding games like SSX and those games, but skateboard games, Tony Hawk's and all them. I've played the first Tony Hawk, and I can see how people could like them, but you know what? I know that I play pretty much anything and everything, but that's where it kind of goes into it's in the basement of my gameplay activity. I just let that ride on.
Well, not everybody's a fan of everything. I'll give you that, man. I am actually excited for Skate 4. I've played every single Skate.
So you want to talk about Tekken, but then you had crappy ass Skate 4, huh?
What do you talk about crappy ass Skate 4? You can't really talk about crappy ass Skate 4. Skate innovated using the right stick to actually do the tricks on your skateboard, man.
I wish I had all day's music right now when you're talking.
See, he's not interested because it doesn't use the A button.
Yes.
He's like, the right analog stick, what the hell is that for?
Right. And I was pressing a lot of A button in this fighting game, too. I was loving that A button, man. King of look at that. Woo! I was putting them hands on Bruce Lee.
The funny thing is, last time we got in a chainsaw battle in Gears, and then King Mega starts slapping the A button. And he's like, "That's the wrong button, King Mega." You have to hit the Q one.
That was quick. He was like, "Oh, we having a chainsaw battle," and I was over here tapping the shit out of A. I really was, and it was me. I was like, "Damn you, Gears! A button." King Mega Cornflake wants to have A button all times. It's got to be the A button first, then everything else can be second.
Well, the A button's pretty major in Gears, just not for chainsaw battles.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, I got chained. I got cut in half. It was horrible.
Damn, man. I don't know, yo. Foos, what do you think about this hashtag Skate 4? Are you excited, man?
Oh hell yeah! I bet it's going to be amazing. I mean, Skate in general has some of the best graphics for a skate game and some of the best controls for it. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Tell K Mega, let K Mega know. Keep going, man.
Oh, I'm telling you, you don't know.
You're talking about great controls. Look at this right here, Tekken, baby! Wow! Cannot wait. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh damn!
I put on that. I was working on my seventh win in a row online.
My OBS just got a blackout. Hold on. Yeah.
Is King Mega the one with chaps? I don't understand. Which one's him?
Probably.
The one winning.
That one that just got KO'd.
No.
Yeah, that's the chaps one right there.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my.
He's got his yellow ass covered.
Yes. I had to put the jeans on.
Man.
Look at me get down. Whoa.
Wow.
All right. Look, you see Skate gets no play because everybody's watching my gameplay instead of worried about this damn skateboard.
Dude, they watching the gameplay because that's what you're talking about right now.
Okay, all right.
Anyway.
Okay. Come on, man. Talk about this stupid little skateboard game. Let's move on.
Newark, man, what do you think about the hashtag Skate 4? Are you excited? Was Skate an EA big title? I forget. Like, no, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It was?
I think part 3 was.
Okay. All right, so
people beg for that backwards compatible.
Oh hell yeah! What do you think about Skate 4, man? Are you excited, dude?
Shout out to EA Access.
Oh,
that's it. I'm gonna play that 10-hour trial. Probably don't. I mean, part 3 was fun, especially the online, but I don't buy those type of games.
Man, that's just not a black person game.
It's a white guy game. Yeah.
It's you know what I'm saying? I mean, just being real. It's not like you're going to see a lot of Dota fans play Madden. You see what I'm saying? It's just not, or 2K.
Yo, K Mega, you like hockey?
You know what? Hockey's fun as shit.
See?
But I have not bought one. I haven't bought one.
You haven't
in a while.
Yeah, they are free on EA Access.
Yeah, I like hockey, but I'll watch the playoffs even on the hockey playoffs. I like the Penguins. So
wow.
But,
Penguins. That's a very macho team right there.
But I'm not going to tell too many people that. So
nah.
Yeah, no. Like I'm on a podcast with
only like over 90 people right now.
Yeah.
Yo, Don, what do you think about the whole Skate 4 thing, man? Are you a skate fan?
I actually do real sports. I don't play game sports.
Oh,
Yo, me and
hey.
Foos riding away. Just Me and him. We're
Yeah.
excited. That's all that matters.
Hopefully, it has a co-op, so me and you can
Yeah.
go
No,
skating.
no.
I'm saying.
But in all seriousness, though, when the Tony Hawk series kind of got ran into the ground, the skate series had a little bit of legs in comparison to Tony Hawk because it kind of scratched that itch of people that actually did skateboard. It's kind of the Forza of skateboarding games.
Exactly.
It's the way to kind of describe it, and it's not my cup of tea. Like I rather learn how to ride a real skateboard than go out and play a sports title. But for people that actually love that sport, it gives them a little bit more of a realistic simulator of that, and that's awesome. There's a lot of people that can't just get out. They're physically unable to do those sort of activities, right? And anything that can kind of get close to that real thing that enables them to experience those things, that's always a positive thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, not for anything, but skate and SSX, man. I love those two for like the extreme sports. You got the snowboarding, over the top snowboarding with SSX, and then you have a more simulation style skateboarding game. Those two games in my library, and I'm happy. Like Tony Hawk Who, because that hasn't been relevant in years. You know what I'm saying?
What
Well,
about
it's more
Steep?
variety too. I like
You
that.
want to play Walking Simulator?
Walkie said.
Oh, you talking about that steep man? When they showed it at E3, I actually was interested in it because, of course, I like snowboarding games. But after seeing Don's gameplay, he ruined that. I said, hell to the no. I'm not gonna waste no money on that. Hell, it's still, but I guess people are still buying it, or they're lying to people because even on PC, because I was like, I'll get it on PC for cheap. It's still too expensive. I'm not buying that until that shit is cheap.
They should have given you like a portable ski lift, so you have to walk all the way up the mountain.
Yeah, that was terrible. I said, what?
No. There, in all seriousness, there's a way to fast travel in it.
Yeah, but
I was just trying to illustrate a point.
Well,
in the
you
game.
you did it because I put my money back in my pocket quick as hell.
people, Don, with that gameplay, people were waiting for you to get to the top. Like I could just see them like watching the whole thing, just waiting for it. Wait, no, done.
Yeah, I just rage quit. I'm like, after 10 minutes, I'm done.
And that was a long ass walk too. I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
He walked
His
until
whole
the
gameplay.
freaking
Yeah,
he walked until the frog started humping.
Yeah, man. I said, man, this is that's horrible. Because it looked like he had some promise, but no. And you know what? And kudos to anybody that wants to play skate. I don't. It's variety. It's people got the people love those type of games. Man, hell, bring them out. I mean, that's all good, man. There's more games to play.
Hey, with Newark, speaking of VA access, Mass Effect early, anybody?
Oh shoot.
10-hour trial.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that game would be purchased before that trial comes. I can't wait for that. That new trailer even made the wait harder.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
You gotta get that EA access discount though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he just went quiet on that. He's like, oh yeah, shit.
No, I'm saying I have EA access, so yeah, I didn't think about. I forgot all about the discounts.
I don't want you missing out on that, man. I know you got to have it buying games, so
yeah. And see, this is what
you got to save where you can, man.
There's like I'll say it this year. I wasn't going to buy as many games as I bought last year, but man, they're coming. They're coming. Like I mean, I'm buying every fighting game that I can get my hand on, and then For Honor, I'm very excited for that. Which, because I don't know, you classify that as a fighter, but I don't know. I'm excited.
Skeptical on that one, man. I mean, it looks really good, but it just looks like something that's gonna be repetitive for me.
It's gonna die real quick, man.
Yeah.
If they have some real deep customization, it'll have some legs. But if they don't, then like they have DLC to add like another 2 or 3 more characters, I think it will be absolutely fire. So I don't know. Everybody's like, But anyway,
I was reading Skins in the chat. Skint Eastwood said that the quote, about the C gameplay before pre-ordering Scorpio. is true. Yeah, I knew Sopskis won't lie to me, man. But that, like I said, that is a mic drop thing right there. Like, what? Since when would you see anybody like Yoshida or anybody say like, yeah, no, don't pre-order the hardware till you see the games, guys. Like that's confidence, man. That's awesome right there.
Yeah, that's major awesome. I'm just man, I'm so excited for what's coming down and what E3 is going to bring because you hearing the rumors about
Piece of
about
candy.
that Jonah Dark. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I can't wait till we do our live E3
Oh,
stream,
man.
man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that
Cannot
rumor is
wait.
still going on, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I've
it's been
heard that
going
about
on
that
for
one
a
a
while.
long time ago. All the details of that, like I heard
Mhm.
that before last E3.
Yeah.
And on Mr. X
So
Media blog, no bull. Like I'm
yeah, well,
serious.
I don't put much stock in that guy, unfortunately. I mean, no offense to him or anything like that, but he projects a little bit of what he wants things to be.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
And I'm
A
saying
little
it
bit.
now. Like I showed this gameplay for this game again. Well, it's different gameplay, but it's the same game. Killing Floor 2 is a really awesome game. Reason I think why Xbox has not got this game is because they're going to get Left 4 Dead 3. I really do. I really do.
So they're not getting Killing Floor? I
Well,
thought I seen somewhere that Xbox was getting it.
well, if they do, that's going to be awesome because this is a really fun ass game. This will definitely be a GRG game night game to just jump in and have a good damn time. No, this game is really fucking fun. But man, Left 4 Dead is. And boy, this is like Left 4 Dead, but just a more modern version. I could just imagine what they're going to do with Left 4 Dead if they bring it out. But I'm really going
I got
out
you.
there and thinking they're gonna bring it out.
O Snaps is a huge fan of Left 4 Dead, and there is another Left 4 Dead in the works. We've seen articles and stuff that kind of like they kind of faded into the background after they came out for some reason, and you don't hear a lot of people talking about Left 4 Dead, but O Snaps does. She can't wait for the next one. But
Snaps gonna be playing then.
on that note, guys, the topics are up. It is pretty much that time where we are going to go through, the outros and where you can find everybody, how you can get a hold of everybody. Again, huge shout out to everybody who came to check out the show live today. We had up over 100 viewers. Man, this community just, the support this community gives us and the other podcasts out there is absolutely amazing, man. But let's start with let's take the longest list first. Let's start with K Mega. Yo, K Mega.
Okay, here we go. BGST, Intro Media Gaming. Next podcast. Love you guys. All right, y'all go to hell. This is okay. Now, check it out. Next Friday night. It is K Mega's. Very well. It's not. I wouldn't say it's me. It's everybody. I'm having my own podcast, but it's part of the families, man. And the people that's going to be on the panel is going to be Xbox 448. Like I kind of look at me and Xbox kind of like the new Crap and Mooch because we're always around each other. So fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We always around each other. But it's Xbox 448. The Don whenever he could come in. Delilah HD, if you do not know about her, man, check out her channel. She's smart as a whip, man.
Better ask somebody.
You better ask. She is very, she's a true gamer. My girl, Lady Infamous, and then I don't know why I brought this fool in, but I did all day, man. It's Gamers Recognized Game podcast, GRG. Let's go. Next Friday night, man. I'll be giving more details on Twitter, man, but I am so excited. The time has finally come. Let's go.
Hell yeah, man. I can't wait to get on that with you guys. And All Day. Yeah. All Day is my boy. All Day is cool as shit, yo. Anyway.
If he's not eating some shit.
Yeah, that's the only thing, man. Dude, put the drumstick down.
It's damn turkey leg. You know that, guys.
Yo, yeah, shout out to All Day, man. You know we love you, dude.
And we got a major special guest that's going to be there too, man. I'm very excited for this person to come on to show love for my very first, for our very first episode of GRG.
Hey, I know I can make you that happy, Mega.
Man, I'm excited, man. You know, anytime y'all guys just hit the doorbell and you know the family can come in anytime. Might fuck around and have like 10 people in there, especially if Bone want to be ignorant talking about some other shit. But we gotta we'll have a good time, man.
No doubt, no doubt.
Sure.
Well, yo, Foose, it was good having you back on the panel, man. Why don't you let
Good to be back.
Yo, I'm saying, why don't you let everybody know where they could get a hold of you? You know the deal, man.
Yep. As always, check out that nextpodcast.com. All my information's there. You can hit me up. I'm always down to play. I'm down to, shoot the shit, whatever y'all want to do. I definitely am a busy guy right now, but I'll always try to make some time for anybody that wants to make time for me. So hit me up.
Nice, dude. And yo, I can't believe the dude my boy made it to the show today. Yo, the self-proclaimed king of breakout in Halo 5. Newark, man.
So everybody, if y'all wanna, if for all y'all Halo fans out there that like playing Breakout, if y'all wanna win, just send me an invite.
Damn.
Yo, I'm telling you.
He's not joking, man. I played with him. I'm just like, man,
We're undefeated.
now,
Like,
I know I'm platinum rank, and I'm like, now I'm playing against guys I shouldn't be, all because of New York.
And then y'all can find me on Twitter at NorkNJ360, and also holler at me in my gamer club on Xbox. For those who still interact with it, it's Xbox News for Xbox gamers. It seems like a lot of people don't really bother with the clubs that much no more. But I guess I'm still waiting for arenas, so I'm waiting for how all that's going to tie in anyway. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
Everybody enjoy the rest of y'all weekend.
Oh, and hey, man, happy birthday, Tatiana. That's the one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because you always getting her ass about something. So happy birthday, young lady. How old is she?
She just turned 4.
All right, 4 years old. Yes,
I'll let her know.
Congratulations.
Nice. Yo, happy birthday.
You love them now, because when they turn about a 7 to 10 or 7 to maybe 13, you want to kill them motherfuckers. Get out of here. Okay.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth? That's what I'm dealing with right now. Oh my goodness. Early teenage years or some shit.
And then they get older, they start ignoring you, and it turns lonely and okay, all right.
All right,
old
Mega,
men
all
make
right.
us feel depressed.
All right.
Yo,
moving on.
Man,
Oh,
got dark real quick.
yeah, it did.
Yo, I'm saying, yo, Don, man, why don't you let everybody know, where they could get a hold of you, what you've been up to, anything you want to say like that, dude.
Well, I feel like now after K Mega, we should start a Patreon so we can adopt a child or something like that. So it's a little more needed. I mean, I don't know. But no, we, same old thing. If you don't look on this particular podcast, look at the previous podcast. Bot has all the links for everybody there. That's the easiest way to find us, or the nextpodcast.com.
Yes, sir.
That Snap puts together. A lot of stuff's there. She works a full-time job, everybody. So for what she's able to continue to get up, and sometimes she falls a little bit behind. She apologizes to everybody, and then she puts a bunch of stuff out of nowhere. So you never know what you're going to get when you go to the nextpodcast.com, but it is always continually being added, and it's a great place to get a hold of and contact us. Our gamer tags, our Twitters are on there. We're accessible. We'd love to game with you guys and all that good stuff. And then I think I put a video up this last week, just freeforming, doing some logo stuff for the podcast here. So if you want to see me just kind of working 3D Studio Max and babble to myself, check out Happy Little Polygons on YouTube.
I was actually, I think I was watching you live, but my phone wouldn't let me get into the chat and say hi or anything like that. So I had to wait until you were done before I could kind of respond. Yo, that was awesome, man. By the way,
That was awesome. Yeah.
To be totally honest with you, though, I might start moving that over to Beam when everything starts getting integrated a little bit better with Microsoft. The main reason why is it's a place so you guys can interact with me, ask me questions. There's not that delay that happens on YouTube and all that sort of stuff. So I think that's kind of what I want to do with those live streams is allow you guys to interact, ask questions. I can answer them for you. So it's a good way for everyone else to kind of learn how to use the software, and I can help them out with that stuff. So
Nice, man. That's awesome, man. Like I'm still waiting for the Beam integration onto the Xbox 'cause I wanted to try it out as a part of the Xbox interface and stuff like that. But Beam is getting some acknowledgement right now. It's definitely more on the map than it was a year ago. That's for damn sure.
you can't ignore it. There's something special about what it's offering that no one else is offering right now, and that's just that low latency interaction.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that YouTube can't offer right now, nor can Twitch. And Twitch was previously the best at it. So
nice.
And that's perfect for games like Jackbox Party Pack because when my wife streamed that, like by the time the people who playing get the question on our end, it's almost to the next question. So people who failed, the score and stuff like that. So that Beam would be real good for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Games like that.
Do you got all three, Nort?
No, I just got 1 and 2. I'm gonna get 3 though.
Yeah, I got
1
and 2. I'm gonna get 3 probably next week.
imagine 1 versus 100 reimagine with Beam. Just think about that for you guys.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Please
crazy.
bring that back.
We could stop the stream right there. Everyone just think about that.
Oh God, we're done. We're done.
We're done. Well, I do want to give a shout out to O Snaps. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it today. She's probably still on the road. I'm actually a little concerned, man, because she's only had like a couple hours sleep and stuff like that. But I'm sure she's okay. Like I said, man, she is a gladiator over at her job. It's absolutely incredible. So hopefully she'll be on next week. Get to chime in, spend time in the chat, all that good stuff. So, major shout out to O Snap Suckers, O Snaps It's Mel. But yeah, it's Saturday night, guys, and as usual, thank you so much for coming and spending your Saturday evening with us. It's the beginning of the weekend. I hope everybody out there has a great weekend of gaming. And as I always say, we will see you next Saturday on the next podcast.
Peace.